tonight. And good evening, everyone. Dick Enberg along with Mark Grant. So good to be home. And the Padres, well, they were 3-4 on the road trip. The one consistent aspect of their attack was pitching, and brightened by the fact that yesterday, 12 base hits, 3 home runs. Let's see if that can carry over here against the very tough Philadelphia Phils. One more point on the Phils. Petco Park, they've won 7 in a row, 11 of 12, as if this were their home park.
Well, hopefully the pitching for the Padres can carry over to this homestand like it did at Chicago's Wrigley Field, because there were 2 pitchers that pitched extremely well. Dustin Mosley at Wrigley Field. It was cold, it was windy, but why was he so successful? The 2-seamers into the lefty, the slider down away, and Aaron Harang, a 4-0 start. I'll tell you what, the arm strength is back, the location is great, and as far as I'm concerned, Dick Enberg, those are quality starts by these Padre pitchers.
And, of course, a quality start is 6 innings, allowing 3 runs or less, and look who leads the National League.
The Padres are up there. Hey, the offense right now as a team, they're only hitting .222. The power numbers aren't really there, but you know what? Extra base hits are a big key, and if they can put together a couple of games where they pound out 10 or 12 hits, and they continue to get the good quality pitching like Aaron Harang and Dustin Mosley, hopefully these guys are going to do well against this bullpen, because or this Philadelphia Philly team, because they are one good team all the way around.
Well, and their pitching staff, much heralded and very well paid. Their 4 starting pitchers, their 4 stars, make much more as a group than the entire Padre team and a lot of teams throughout the league. And we're going to see 3 of those 4, including Oswald, tonight. That takes us to our starting pitching matchup. Oswald, he is 10-2 lifetime against the Padres, so it's a tough call for the hitters tonight. And Matt Latos, 0-2. He's getting a little weary of not getting a W by his name. Remember, he lost his last 5 last year, so he's on a personal 7-game losing streak. So we're set to go. Oswald against Latos, the Phils, the Padres from Petco coming up. Fans arriving here on this Thursday night. We expect outstanding attendance throughout this 4-game series that will conclude a day game Sunday afternoon. Beautiful night, a bit cool, but this is tropical compared to what we left in Chicago. Matt Latos, the 23-year-old on the mound tonight, and his pitcher profile brought to you by your San Diego County Cadillac dealer. Stop in. See about those attractive leases and purchase offers. He has pitched well enough to win his 2 starts, but the home run ball has bitten him both times. But for the 3 home runs that he's thrown, he might indeed have that record reversed to 2-0.
Yeah, Matt Latos in his outings early on throwing the ball extremely well, but it's just that one pitch later in the ball game that really comes back to bite him, as you mentioned, Dick. And the one thing that I'm going to look for tonight, this Philadelphia Philly team, they've got some all-stars, they've got some big hitters. Take the sting out of their bat. How do you do that? Well, let's see if he incorporates that two-seam changeup that he worked on before his last start.
Here's Charlie Manuel's Philadelphia starting lineup. In center field, Shane Victorino leads it off. Placido Polenko hits second. Jimmy Rollins, shortstop, third. Ryan Howard, the cleanup man, at first base. Raul Ibanez in left field. Ben Francisco in right. Pete Orr gets a rare start at second base. Brian Schneider also very few starts. He's behind the plate, and Roy Oswalt on the mound. Charlie Manuel in his 7th year, the 67-year-old, has the best record in his 6 previous seasons of any National League manager. And we're set to go. Here comes the opening pitch, and it's in there for a strike at 93. This is a veteran lineup for Manuel tonight, with the exception of Francisco. He's the baby at 29. They're all 30 years or older. Hitting left-handed this year, Victorino at 308, right-handed 375. Overall, a solid 324. Such a good player. Good lead up.
And overall, a pest. That's what he is at the plate.
And on defense as well.
Yep.
Several times a Gold Glover. 3 to be exact. The last 3 years. Led the National League in assists last year. He just is an all-around solid player. And it's 2-2 now on Victorino. One of the major league products from the islands, Hawaii. Drafted by the Dodgers 12 years ago in the 6th round. Eventually found his way to Philadelphia, where he's become a star. Looks like a slider that missed blowing inside. 3-2.
And timing and venues are a huge thing for a player. Because remember, Shane Victorino, he was once a Padre back in 2003.
Slaps that one foul. And the Phillies took him in the Rule 5, didn't they?
Yep.
What a bargain that was. Last year, hit 259, his best home run year in his career. He hit 18. Pops it up. It comes back out of play. Hundley a late start, but would not have been able to get there.
No, it's not a bad idea to pitch Shane Victorino if he will offer at a pitch that's up in the zone, because he's not really a home run threat. He's a guy that hits the ball on the line when successful and on the ground. Most home runs that he's hit in the season was 18 in that ballpark in Philadelphia. That was last year.
Ground ball, second baseman Hudson to Cantu, and we're underway with a ground ball out. Look at the San Diego defense tonight. Headley, Bartlett, Hudson, and Cantu around the horn with Ludwig in left. Maben in center. Denorfia gets a start in right field, even though it'll be against the right-hander Oswalt, as Venable has been struggling. Hundley behind the plate. Latos on the mound.
Speaking defensively, these Padres, remember those conditions in Chicago, Dick. I think this Padre defense played pretty well. 2 errors on Wednesday. But overall, I think the conditions, they did quite well in Chicago.
There were a couple of key plays. The cold weather, cold hands, numb hands, if you will, especially on Monday night. Curveball tapped out in front of the plate. That's going to be a tough play. Latos can't make it. He took his eye off to throw to first and didn't have a full grasp of the ball.
And it looked like he was in total control, because he signaled to Nick Hundley, it looked like, that he wanted this play. He wanted this ball. Let's take a look. Cue down front. Matt says, I've got it, I got it, I got it. And on the upswing, he just can't find the handle all the way through. I got it. He had everything set up correctly. His momentum to go off that back foot and fire a strike to first base, but on the upswing just lost the handle.
Polanco, the leading hitter for the Phillies, 352, gets a swinging bunt for the first hit tonight. And here's Jimmy Rollins, shortstop. He's been in a bit of a slump. One hit in the last 18 at bats.
You know, Dick, I'm perplexed a little bit, not by the call, but I think they did change that because there's a 1 under the econ for San Diego. So
they have changed it. They are calling it an error on Latos. Had he fielded it cleanly, he would have been able to get his man. 1-1 to Rollins. Talk about errors. Only 5 errors by Polanco, the man at first base all year last season at third base. That was a Philly record, better than Mike Schmidt. He goes. Throw by Hundley. Not in time. Bartlett unable to slap the tag on Polanco. That's kind of a surprise. You don't expect Polanco to be running.
Decent jump, and it was a breaking ball as well. Nick throws it on the shortstop side of the bag, and that could have been the difference. Polanco towards the outfield side of the bag, the throw on the shortstop side of the bag. That's the big difference. Oh, nice job trying to block that bag also by Bartlett.
His second steal. So the Phil's a man in scoring position on an error and a stolen base, and that went out of play. Rollins, in the one game he faced Latos, went 2 for 3. That's shallow and left. Here comes Ludwig, and he drops the ball. Going to third. Polanco, they may get him. No. Called safe. The ball was there in time, but Headley apparently a late tag, and here comes Buddy Black. Well, this is a dismal way to start the homestand. An error, a stolen base, and then Ludwig a tough chance, unable to corral that dying fly ball in left field. Let's see how close it was at third.
So much happening here. Ludwig on his horse. Oh, he had it. He even tried to two-hand it. Okay, live ball. Races on. Flip throw. Let's take another look, because Polanco's left hand. Does he sneak it in? And you know what? I wish Chase would have kept the tag down there and followed the runner after the slide.
They're going to call that a base hit.
You know, it looks safe.
I don't see how you can call him out.
Yeah. I think you're right, Dick, because he avoids the tag left hand, gets the right hand out of the way. Mike DeMuro, the third base umpire, is all over it.
So Bud Black is going to take time to try to settle down his right-handed pitcher, because they haven't hit the ball hard yet, the Phils, and they've got men at second and third. No one out. One out.
You know, I can't read the mind of Bud Black, but he was very, very stern with Matt Latos. Now, Matt made a good pitch, right, to Rollins. It was a little looper down the left field line. Ludwig was busting his tail trying to catch it. I think maybe one of the things that Buddy was saying, hey, keep a good mindset here. You got one out, sure, you got 2 runners on, but make another good pitch.
So Polanco, a 20-foot dribbler, safe on the air by Latos, and Rollins, looper into left that was in and out of the glove of Ludwig. I thought that should have been ruled an error too. Swing and a miss by big Ryan Howard at a curveball.
Good first pitch. Ryan Howard setting dead red. 2 runners in scoring position, and that's pitching by Matt Latos.
Ryan Howard in the last 5 years averaging 46 home runs, 136 RBIs. Strike 2.
But he can be pitched to.
Couple of curveballs, and Latos ahead on the count. If you're scoring, Rollins with a single and move to second on the throw to third.
Nice pitch. Way out in front of it. He'll chase up the ladder.
Ooh, in the dirt. Good block by Hundley. Polanco at third. Rollins at second. One out here in the top of the first inning. These Phils are much too good to give them extra outs.
One pitch from getting Ryan Howard, or for the Phillies, one pitch from driving in two possibly. So Matt Latos, yeah, he's good enough to make that one good pitch to get possibly a strikeout and 2 outs here in the first.
Sails away the fastball, and it's 2-2. The Padres did not utilize the shift on Ryan Howard that we saw much of last year. 3 men on the right side. In fact, the outfield plays Howard to hit to left field. Two and two. He went around, strike three. Another curveball. 2 out.
That is some big league pitching to a big league hitter. See the break, looks like a strike, well out of the strike zone, and Ryan Howard very susceptible to the breaking ball down in the zone. 3 quality breaking balls from Matt to get 2 outs.
That brings up the left fielder, left-handed hitting, 38-year-old Raul Ibanez. 219 is average, off to a slow start. Does have a home run and 10 runs batted in. Tough hitter with men in scoring position. A career 284 hitter. Has 232 career home runs.
Looks like a slider.
2-0.
To me, Ibanez has been always a tough out. As you look at the breakdown for Matty, 22 pitches. First base is open now, remember. You got a righty Francisco on deck.
Foul back.
Let's take a look at that 2-0 pitch. Hanger? Yeah, you betcha. But you know what, though? It was the back and forth. It wasn't so much if that's a fastball, it's probably a different story. But because it was a changeup off-speed pitch, Ibanez was way out in front of it, and he fouled it off.
2-1. Hit deep down the left field line, but foul. A fastball. Boy, he got a lot of that one.
Yep. Couldn't catch up to it after that changeup.
About 30 feet foul, but landed on the facing of the second deck. Trying to work out of a tough first inning jam. 2-2 on Ibanez. Fastball just missed.
Well, let's see what track says. It looks out of the hand. It looks like a ball, but just missed. Down and in. I'm going to peek into Hot Rod, see what he puts down with the runner on second. Fastball 2. Kind of got screened.
Man at second base, so he goes through a series of signs. Full count.
Maybe a slider down and in.
He went around, strike three. Matt Latos. Terrific start for him after trouble brewed with men at second and third and 1 out. He strikes out Howard and Ibanez, and the Phils come up empty. Bartlett, Hudson, and Cantu wait to hit in the bottom of the first for the Padres. Padres come up, and Jason Bartlett leads off the first inning against Roy Oswalt, the 33-year-old. He's 6 feet tall, 192, but a real bulldog. 2-0 this year, 2.50, and against San Diego lifetime 10-2 with a 2.45 ERA. If the Padres are going to win tonight, they're going to have to beat one of the game's best, and a man who has enjoyed particularly good success against the Padres. Bartlett steps in with a modest 5-game hitting streak. Went 9 for 20 in Chicago and Houston in that 5-game string. Oswalt, who is a control pitcher, falls down 3-0. In fact, he's through the years one of the best in the National League. Fewest walks for 9 innings pitched. There's a strike. Roy Halladay, will see him on Sunday. 1.7 walks per 9 innings is the best over the last 11 years, counting this year. Then Mark Burley of Chicago, and Oswalt is third, just a little over 2 walks per 9 innings, and he quickly gets the count to 3-2.
And you hit the nail right on the head, Dick, when you labeled him as a bulldog. This guy just goes right after hitters. Fastball, slider, change curve, 95, 96 on the fastball when he really wants to hump it up.
Bartlett punches that one foul. With his 5-game streak and 9 hits and 20 at bats, Bartlett's raised his average up from under 200 to 241.
Must be nice for Charlie Manuel, huh, to have 4 #1 guys in your 5-man rotation. Halladay, Oswalt, Hamels, Lee. Come on.
We won't see Cliff Lee. Fouled at the plate off the mask of catcher Brian Schneider. Joe Blanton, who is the 5th starter, will get the ball on Saturday for the 5:30 game against Tim Stauffer. It's Clayton Richard and Cole Hamels tomorrow night. Inside, and Bartlett gets one of those rare walks from Oswalt. A look at the Padres starting lineup, brought to you by Evans Tire and Service Centers, home of the free alignment. Hudson and Cantu following Bartlett. Chase Headley hits cleanup tonight. Ludwig off a good couple of games yesterday in Chicago, 5 for 8. Nick Hundley, who has been the leading hitter for San Diego all season long. Cameron Maben bats 7th, 3 home runs, leads the Padres. Kristen Norfia, he homered yesterday, last 3 at bats with base hits, and Latos bats 9th. Hudson takes a strike. He starts tonight at 2:59. 7 stolen bases. The Padres by far and away are the leading team in the National League in steals, 26. That's 9 ahead of who's in second, Cincinnati and the Mets. Strike 2.
Well, right out of the gate, Roy Oswalt is being very aggressive with the fastball. Jason Bartlett saw 8 pitches, gives an idea what Orlando Hudson can look at, and the rest of the guys in this lineup early on. Mixed in a couple of off-speed pitches early.
Soft roller, foul to Ryan Howard. Bartlett will come back to first. There's a new addition here at Petco Park since we were last year, and we'll be talking about that. A tailor-made driver in there on the right field foul pole. Strike 3. Hudson been struggling of late, taking a lot of strike 3s. Defensive lineup of the Phils brought to you by North County GMC, a Southern California tradition for over 20 years. Jorge Cantu, lifetime against Oswalt, is 3 for 8 with 2 home runs. Hitting just 167. Foul back, a good cut.
Yeah, absolutely. And even though my head hit the pillow at 3:30 last night, a lot of these Padres probably hit the pillow at 3 o'clock or so. They were out at the ballpark early today as Cantu just misses a fastball. But Randy Reddy in the cage today. Randy Reddy, the batting cage today, working on the hitting, trying to carry over from that game in Chicago where they pounded out all those hits.
12 was their season high. Line to center field, and Victorino misjudged it initially and then comes in to make the catch. He thought that ball was going to carry more. Now the way they're acting in the infield, almost as if he might have trapped it and going for a double play, but that was not the case.
I don't know whether this ball knuckled to center field, but Cantu puts a great swing on it. And you know what? One of the hardest balls to judge for an outfielder is that line drive right at you, because initially Victorino kind of held his ground. He came in, then he kind of held up again and made a nice shoestring grab.
But good to see Cantu put a good swing on that one.
Yep.
Hit it too hard. Made it all the way to Victorino. 2 away to Chase Headley. His average has dipped down to 230. Runner goes. And it won't even be close as Bartlett adds to the steal total of the Padres this year, now 27.
Decent jump by Jason Bartlett. And did you see Brian Schneider? He had to reach all the way across his body. Carlos Ruiz, the #1 catcher, is sitting out tonight, and that's another King Stallman stolen base for Jason Bartlett. So Brian Schneider getting some reps behind home plate tonight to give Ruiz a little bit of a rest.
So Headley now with a count 2-1 in position to give the Padres an early lead. That was Bartlett's 4th steal. Hudson has 7. Maben and Venable both with 6.
Also with the righty Latos going tonight. Schneider, a left-handed hitter.
Fly ball left field. Routine. Ibanez for the out. And the Padres can't make good on a walk and a stolen base. We go to the 2nd inning, no score. Finest as we go to the 2nd. Ben Francisco, the right fielder, seeing a lot of action this year. Jason Worth, the right fielder the last few years, off to ply his wares as a very rich man in Washington. Francisco hitting .242, a couple of home runs. That one gets umpire Andy Fletcher flush on the mask. Fletcher's a big football fan.
Cheers Old Miss. That actually sounded like Mass, but it got him on the shoulder.
Oh, right on the collarbone area, looks like. He's an Ole Miss fan, huh?
Yeah, like taking a horse collar tackle there.
Oh, yeah.
Todd Hutchinson, ever alert, the head trainer for the Padres, out to make sure Fletcher's okay. You put on the mask.
Plastics, Kevlar. They're your friend.
There's the umpiring crew with Welke, Reynolds, and DeMuro. One umpire is the son of a former umpire, DeMuro, and another, Welke, is he and his brother are both umpires. 2 strikes on Francisco. He hits it deep to center. Maven giving ground, and crashes, and the ball is gone. Francisco drives it over the center field fence, and the home run bug is bitten Latos early tonight. It's hard to fault the defensive play of Maven in center field, but had he gotten to the center field wall with his height and reach, you wonder if he could have leaped and caught this ball.
Absolutely.
Because he hit the wall as the ball arrived, and that knocked his glove awry.
And he didn't know where he was just because of the way he went into the wall. You're absolutely right, Dick. If he goes back.
High fly ball hit to straightaway center, and Maven is camped under this one for the first out off the bat of Pete Orr.
That ball was hit so well and so high to center field. If he sprints back to the wall and gets to the furthest point, guys, he's good enough. Well, it looks like he's rubbing his neck there a little bit. He's good enough to where he can retreat and back in towards the infield if he needs to make an adjustment. But you're absolutely right. He's athletic enough. If he gets to that wall and kind of jumps over to try to snag it away.
But he just drifted with the flight of the ball. It carried, I think, much. It fooled him, as Victorino was fooled earlier on a line drive that he checked up on and finally made the catch.
But the main thing, that was an 0-2 hanging curveball to Francisco.
Weak swing by catcher Schneider, who's just 1 for 8 on the new season. "34-year-old Florida native. He's caught 925 games in the big leagues. That's the second most of active players to Jason Kendall.
I've always been a big fan of Brian Schneider. I just like the way he's a scrapper. Nothing really flashy. Gets the most out of his ability. He calls a good game. Good guy to throw to. Oh, where'd that miss? Well, maybe Nick Hundley took the way he handled that pitch, kind of took it out of the zone. Maybe he was set up away. Watch, Nick is set up away, but he has to reach across. You know what? I think that's a strike.
Yeah, 3-1. That ball is hammered to right field. How much distance does this have? And Schneider has homered. Oh, this is becoming worrisome. 2 games plus 2 innings, and Matt Latos now has allowed 5 home runs. It's 2-0 as Schneider, his 1 hit, we should have told you, was a home run. Now he's got 2 hits this year, both home runs.
And Brian Schneider got extended. 3-1 pitch, 3-1 fastball, outer third, and look at the extension. Boy, that's man. And that's the kind of swing you want, 3-1. Schneider hits it probably to one of the most difficult places to hit a home run at this ballpark. Cox Alley out there in right center field. Good luck getting it out there.
Brings up Oswald. Not a bad hitter at all. He's got 96 hits in his long career. And backs at that one. A home run and 34 runs batted in. Nothing like a home run to bring out a smile. So the 3rd of the season for Francisco leading off, and the 2nd of the year for Schneider. He gets a rare start and pays an immediate dividend for manager Charlie Manuel.
You know, I know Brian Schneider has played in this ballpark before, but there's one question that I would immediately ask him if I were his teammate. Hey, dude, did you think you got that one? Because I say again, that's the most difficult part to hit the ball out of the ballpark, in my opinion. Sure, he hit it good.
Oswald takes strike 3, the third strikeout for Latos. That brings up the leadoff man, Victorino. You've noticed that the Phillies uniforms are all wearing a B on the front of their jersey. That's for two brothers, Whip and Jim Buck, longtime owners of the Phils, who have recently died, and so paying tribute to very popular ownership, the Buck brothers. Victorino grounded to second his first time up and takes a strike. Slider. That cold weather in Chicago has gotten to carried it back here to Southern California in our voice box.
Yeah, you know, I'm a little raspy too. I got my morning DJ voice from Chicago.
How's the weather report? Or are you into traffic at this hour?
We'll see if Matt can make an adjustment. Hey, he had a rough time in the first inning, but he pitched his way out of it.
And he gets Victorino on a ball in the dirt, and the out will be recorded 2-3. A curveball fooled Victorino. The good news for Latos, he's got 4 strikeouts in 2 innings. The bad news is he's given up solo homers. Francisco and Schneider. 2-0 Phils. Lead. Ryan Ludwig leads off the second and takes ball 1. Ludwig, Hundley, and Maben for the Padres. The only 2 left-handed hitters in the lineup are the 2 switch hitters, Hudson and Headley. 2-0. Ludwig in his career faced Oswald 11 at-bats with 4 hits. Just missed that one high in the air to Francisco and right. That was way up there. Skycam. This shot is brought to you by Hughes Marino, because where you do business matters. Looking out over the harbor, the skyline of San Diego. First of 7 on this homestand, 4 for the Phils, then 3 Atlanta comes in Monday, and then the Padres go on a short weekend trip to Los Angeles for 3, and then they come right back home.
Well, speaking of Los Angeles, Dick, you and I are big fans of throwback days. How about those costumes they were wearing up at Dodger Stadium today?
I love the old Braves uniforms of the 40s and 50s. Breeze blowing up here tonight. Fouled away.
So the Padres, after the 3 games with Los Angeles, come back for 3 with Pittsburgh, 3 with Arizona. So the next 16 games, 13 are here at Petco for San Diego.
That's nasty. When Oswalt can locate that fastball at 95, 96, and then he turns over the changeup. Yeah, that's the kind of swing you will get. Great arm swing, same motion every single pitch for Roy Oswalt.
Pulled foul.
Another changeup.
Francisco's home run straightaway center, where it's marked at 396, measured at 399, which makes one wonder if indeed had Maben gotten there first, if he could have leaped and caught that ball. No one was going to catch Snyder's drive at 401. Two balls, 2 strikes. Hundley starts tonight with a top average, 339 for the Padres. He and Maben lead the team in home runs with 3 each. There's that curveball change, 71 miles an hour, full count. Boy, he gives you a lot to think about.
Yes, he does. You can't really sit on one pitch. I mean, you can't sit on a pitch, but still, if he locates it well, good luck. If he throws a fastball in the inside corner, you're looking to spin on one. Yeah, maybe.
Just missed with a fastball. Second walk. And as we told you earlier, that's his average per 9 innings is 2 walks.
Roy Oswalt misses. He doesn't miss by much. That fastball just missed down and away to Nick. Hey, you take a walk here, you get an extra base hit. Look at this pitch here. That's, according to Andy Fletcher, that's low. That's a pretty good pitch.
We saw Oswalt ask, was it out? Was it outside? And I don't know what Fletcher's answer was, because he thought he had the knees. Maben, runner goes, and that ball sliced down the right field line. Playable. Francisco into foul territory and makes the catch. And Hundley, who is running on the play, has to hustle back to first base. A little hit and run, but Maben flies out. Fouls out to right. Brings up Denorfia. Chris with a home run and a couple of singles his last 3 at bats in the night game at Chicago last night. Raising his average up over the 300 mark, 313. He's 5 for the last 8. That one sliced down the right field line. Can Francisco get this one? And it's a foul ball. Running all the way was Hundley. If that one lands in the corner, the Padres would have had a run.
There's a stiff breeze going from left to right. Off a right-handed bat. That ball's going to slice, nearly hitting home plate in the bullpen. And you take a look at the flags tonight. Blowing left to right.
And with a second look, I take it back. Francisco, had that ball been fair, would have caught it. Two away, 2-0 Phils here in the bottom of the second inning. Checks his swing on a high fastball. Oswalt made it very public. No, he's calling it a strike. First base umpire Welke says he went around. 0-2 now the count.
Fastball up and in. Does he go? Oh, I think so.
Oswalt wanted to be traded from Houston, and the Astros accommodated. Did he go again? Yep. Strike 3. Second strikeout for Oswalt. Couple of check swing strikes for Denorfia. That's just testimony to how tough it is to read the pitches of this veteran right-hander. 2-0. Top of the third, 2-0 Phils. It's Polanco, Rollins, and Howard to bat for Philadelphia. Top of the third, and San Diego Padres president Tom Garfinkel joins us. And Tom, we've got a new adornment out there on the right field foul pole. You were busy while we were off this last week.
Well, there were a lot of people busy here at the Padres. We've got an 88-foot R11 TaylorMade driver out there. And TaylorMade, Mark King, the CEO of TaylorMade, and Jeff Morad got together and decided we need the support of all the San Diego companies. And TaylorMade stepped up. And we came up with this idea. Dan McGower, one of our guys, came up with the idea to put a golf club out there on the foul pole. And it's taken a while to get it constructed right, put up there safely, and but it looks great.
88 feet tall, and it is attached to the fair side of the foul pole, so it serves as an extension of the foul pole. Should any player hit it, obviously it would be a home run.
We work closely with Major League Baseball. Obviously, we wouldn't do anything that in any way interrupted the integrity of the game, but in working closely with them, we came up with this solution, and looks fantastic. We've got a lot of great feedback about it today.
Polanco with a leadoff single. Whoa. And the ball gets away on the throw, and luckily Hudson there to hustle and back it up so Polanco cannot advance. The TaylorMade driver is the most popular on the PGA Tour, and you had one of the top pros in the LPGA circuit, Natalie Gulbis, here. She threw out the first pitch and now enjoying the game in her Padre attire.
Natalie was here. She was hitting some low flight balls out there into right field. We let her hit one real golf ball, and she knocked it over the Tony Gwynn statue out in the park from home plate. And
it's still rolling in downtown San Diego.
I think it's still going. I told her I didn't have enough insurance for her to hit a second one. So.
I found out where it landed. It's on the beach, so she grabbed her a sand wedge. That's her next club. She got all of that one. That was impressive.
That's right. You know, we used local San Diego companies, obviously, to fabricate it. It was originally just a concept that we worked up in a drawing, and I looked at the drawing and said, that looks fantastic, but I don't know how they're going to pull this off. And Angel Blas of JR Signage here in San Diego, Franco Delgado, fabricated the whole thing. He went to San Diego High School. He's been a Padre fan his whole life, grew up next to the ballpark here, and he's down in the suite tonight enjoying it. But those guys worked 21-hour days for about 3 days in a row to get it up. And you know, a lot of work went into it, but it looks like a real golf club. The TaylorMade execs, the product managers were all here. They looked up. They said that the detail is amazing on the club. It looks just like an R11.
Any prizes? Let's say a guy hits it on the fly, does he get a free driver or anything out of the deal?
They're working on that one. It's kind of the hit the bull, win a stake thing.
Yeah, exactly.
They're working on a concept. What is going to happen is for every home run hit, $600 will be donated from TaylorMade to a local charity. So it's a great element. We try to work community elements into all of our partnerships.
So that's not to hit the foul pole. It's just any home run is $600. And
any home run. That's right.
Gulbis there taking some batting practice swings and then using that TaylorMade driver.
She hit one at Heath, just giving him a hard time there. I don't know if they have footage of the one she hit over the statue, but it was quite a shot. You know, we work hard to, again, Life Technologies, Petco, Jack in the Box, Bridgepoint Education, all these San Diego companies supporting us. It's really important to our business that we have that support. And, again, Mark King, TaylorMade, San Diego company, they stepped up, and it's just been a win-win. It helps them get exposure for the R11. It's something new for the fans, which is exciting for us. It's an innovative way to approach it. TaylorMade's an innovative company, and again, it has a community element, which is important to us as well.
TaylorMade's offices in Carlsbad, supporting the Padres. Howard rips one foul after a 4-pitch walk to Jimmy Rollins. First and second, no one out here in the third.
Does Mr. Mark King, is he aware that I need a new set of golf clubs? And TaylorMade's would look good in my...
We'll put you on the list. When the players found out he was here, we got about a 3-page request list from the player. They all came out of the dugout and wrote down their Christmas list. So.
Oh, 0-2 on Ryan Howard. Struck out the first time. Inside target.
Tim Stauffer took a couple whacks too. Apparently he's a scratch golfer, so we put him in there. And
he's a 4, he told me.
Really?
He hit a couple into the left field. I think it's the first time he's hit a ball up into the left field bleachers up there. But he's got a nice swing.
Orang saying this is how I can hit it left-handed. 1-2 the count. Well, you've got room for another innovative, creative idea. The left field foul pole looks kind of naked now.
Well, there already is an innovative idea out there. It's called the Western Metal Supply Company building. And John Moores and Larry Lucchino and others deserve credit for that one. I think it's one of the best features in all of baseball parks and all of baseball. So we're proud to have that there. 101-year-old building now.
Yeah, you know what's cool? Like in Baltimore, they have the old brick building out of play, which is a beautiful sight in itself. But when you incorporate a building and it's part of, and the foul pole is actually on that building, that's unlike any other. Yeah. I think it's cool how you guys incorporated the local companies in at the ballpark.
Got him swinging, off speed again, a curveball. 5 strikeouts for Latos. Brings up Raul Ibanez.
Tim Stauffer is showing his golf swing. Looks pretty good, doesn't he?
Right in the old lumber yard.
You a golfer, Tom?
I play golf. I'm not. I don't know that I'm good enough to call myself a golfer. I've played a lot over the years. It's harder to play now, but I enjoy it. It's a great sport.
Ibanez struck out. He and Ryan Howard in the first inning with runners at second and third. Runners at first and second, 1 out.
You know, Tom, Dick and I were talking before the game, and when you look at the Padres' schedule, I mean, everybody loves to be at home. You know, here against the Phillies and the Braves, and then a short 3-gamer up in L.A., but then right back home for 6 more games. So a lot of games just with that little trip in L.A.
Yeah, it's a strange schedule to start the season this year. We had a couple off days that first week. 21-game stretch of straight games here. Obviously, the weather in Chicago made things difficult. I think the guys got in about 2:30 in the morning. Well, you guys would know you got in with them.
No one got to bed before 3.
And so it's a tough stretch. But, one thing I can tell you is I've never heard any excuses down there. Buddy and his staff make sure that, hey, we go out and approach the game every day, go out and approach to win, and there's never any discussion or excuses about how late they got in or anything else. And it's one of the things I'm most proud of about this team. Whether they win or lose, they're always coming out to compete. They approach the game every day. They don't look past tomorrow. They're never too up or too down, and they play hard. They play as a team, and they play to win, and that's what excites me about this team.
Latos battling with some wildness here. A 4-pitch walk to Rollins, another 4-pitch walk to Ibanez, and he went 3-2 on Howard before he struck him out. So the bases are now loaded on the single by Polanco on a couple of walks, and that brings up Francisco, who homered to center field his first time out.
Well, I know mechanically speaking that Matt can sometimes get a little wild out of the glove and spike that baseball. So I have to keep an eye on that. 2 walks in this inning. If he's smooth out of the glove, he's smooth up on top. That means a smooth release point and good quality strikes.
Throw a little ground ball here and get out of the inning with a double play. '29-year-old Francisco played his college ball at UCLA, takes a strike.
Tom, a little wine is going to be poured tomorrow night, I guess, here at Petco Park, correct? Isn't tomorrow the wine? The
Wine and Food Festival in the Park, one of the first Friday night festivals this year that we're going to have out there, and consistently want to use. We've got this great feature in the park, and we want to make sure that we use it and provide great experiences for fans out there.
How many tickets will you sell just for the party in the park?
Well, you buy a ticket. You get a ticket to come into the game, and people can go out to the park early. It'll be open at 4:30, it's an incentive for people to come out and experience the park in a different way before the game and then stay for the game.
It's not a special ticket for the party at the park. If you have a ticket, anyone can go to the Wine and Food Festival?
Correct. Anybody that buys a ticket to the game, you go out to the park and enjoy the festivities out there, and then come on into your seat and enjoy the game.
Our statistician, Mike Tressel, over here to my right, he wants to be there for first pour at 5.
1-2. Fly ball right center field. Dying in a hurry. Denorfia drops the ball. What's going on here? 3 dropsies today. Ludwig dropped a fly ball in left, and Denorfia drops another in right. Ludwig's was called a hit, but Major League outfielders should catch that. And Denorfia struggling, didn't read it well, and he had it in his glove and drops it.
Dick, you made the right call. He didn't read it well, because that was, as soon as that ball was struck, I looked out to right field. See, he kind of held his ground a little bit, kind of moved to his right just a tad, and then tried to, he looked like he maybe even pulled up a little bit, but a very catchable baseball. Fortunately, only 1 run scores because everybody had to hold up.
So it's 3-0. Bases still loaded, and 1 out. And Pete Orr, the second baseman.
Can't afford in any game to give teams extra outs, let alone these Philadelphia Phillies. You start giving them 4 or 5 outs an inning.
That ball was shallow enough, and with Denorfia on the run, if he catches it, he has all his momentum going toward the plate. There's no assurance that Polanco would have been able to score on it. One and 1. Well, you can blame it if they should so choose on the terrible weather in Chicago and playing a day night and coming in here late. I don't think anyone got a real full night's sleep.
I'm glad you said that, Dick. I thought you were going to blame it on me for being bad luck in the booth here.
Swing and a miss by Pete Orr.
Well, Matt's got to realize also, 1 pitch, you get a grounder, you're out of this little mess.
Corey Lupke begins to throw. 65 pitches already for Latos. Another fly ball, shallow. Hudson this time goes out. Called the infield fly rule. Well, the batter is out. 2 away. Should be out of the inning with no run scored. Brings up Brian Schneider, who hammered a 401-foot home run into the right center field bleachers his first time. Just to follow up on your point, talking with President Tom Garfinkel, and the fact that from Jeff Morad all the way down through the organization, that there's this commitment to ball players that are going to represent our community well and their team.
Well, that's true. I mean, the first and foremost, we want to win baseball games and have guys that are talented and can help us do that. But I think when you look across the diamond and throughout the dugout at the Padres last year and again this year, even with some of the change, Jed Hoyer and his staff have put a priority on guys that are competitive, that want to go out and win every day and put the team first. Guys that have good high character, that are great teammates. And you see these guys out in the community. I don't have to ask them to do anything because they're out doing it. The Heath Bells, the Will Venables, the Luke Gregersons, the Nick Hundleys, all offseason. Aaron Harang, they're out, visiting military hospitals, visiting kids at Rady's Children's Hospital. These are the kind of guys that, I've got 3 sons, and if my sons grow up to be the kind of men that, Will Venable is, or that, some of the others I mentioned, I'll be very proud. I mean, these are the kind of guys you'd invite over to your house for dinner, and that you'd want to spend time with, and we're proud of that. I think it's the kind of team that you see, whether it's Hudson or Bartlett or Chase, or these are the kind of people that it's easy to root for, and they fight. They don't give up. They battle. And we're gonna lose some, and we're gonna win some, but they're gonna battle. That's one thing you know about this group.
2-1 pitch. 2-2 now on Schneider. Base is still loaded with Phils. A run in, 3-0 the score, top of the 3rd. Well, even with the excitement coming up of the June draft and so many early picks for Jed Hoyer and his scouting group, again, when there's two players that may have equal ability and equal support from scouts, it's going to be the player that's going to fit into that formula here in San Diego that's going to be selected, the one that's going to be competitive and be part of the community. Ground ball to Hudson, and the inning is over. Well, could have been much worse. An unearned run on one hit, bases loaded. President Garfinkel, thank you very much.
Thank you, Dan.
All right, and the Tom, the Taylor golf clubs will be in the mail.
We'll get you one. We'll get you one.
All right,
thank you very much.
Thanks,
Tom.
Thank you. Brought to you by Permadontics, Southern California's premier dental implant center. See the difference at permadontics.com. And by Hughes Marino, because where you do business matters. Well, another scoring elaboration. The ball hit by Francisco to shallow right. They're saying now that that would have been a sacrifice fly. So Francisco safe on the air, but give him an RBI. And the run then is earned. Well, that's an interesting bit of scoring.
Sure is.
Oswald to Latos, who bats for the first time. And then the top of the order, Bartlett and Hudson. Looking for his first hit this year, Latos. Went 6 for 59 a year ago with a home run, 3 runs batted in. There's that big slow curveball. Blows him down with a fastball. Third strikeout for Oswald. As we were mentioning earlier, last year with the Astros having a terrible first half of the season, Oswald was unhappy in Houston, said he wanted to be traded. Lance Berkman the same, and they both were sent away. Houston got Jay Happ, Anthony Gose, and Jonathan Villar in sending Oswald to Philadelphia. He was 6-12 in Houston. He goes to Philadelphia 7-1.
It's nice to have a little bit of offense behind you, huh? And Roy Oswalt, when he found himself in the city of brotherly love, he found that he was going to get a lot of offense.
Meanwhile, while he was 13-13 overall, Houston and Philadelphia, his ERA 2.76 was number 5 in the National League.
Two times a 20-game winner, Roy Oswalt, 3-time All-Star, top 5 in Cy Young Award voting 5 times in his career. Oh yeah, he's a good one, but he can be beat. He can be beat.
He's jumped in front of the last 3 hitters, 0-2. Ooh, Bartlett thought he was out. Wow. That was close.
Jason Bartlett is saying, thank you. I get another chance.
Bartlett walked in the first inning and stole his 4th base. Two and two. You look up at that line score. Philadelphia 3 runs, 4 hits, no errors. They've left 5, and the Padres no runs, no hits, 2 errors. And it could well be 3.
Yep.
Inside, so Bartlett works the count full. One out here in the 3rd. Padres trying to get a run back with a 3-0 Roosevelt Philadelphia lead. Right back to the mound, an easy play for Oswald. He almost jumped too soon. 2 gone to Orlando Hudson. Took a 3rd strike first time. Orlando's won for the last 18. With 11 strikeouts in that 1 for 18 run, including taking strike 3 his first time up tonight.
You know what's interesting about baseball? You know, they've got splits, home, road splits, division splits. The one thing that really sticks out for Roy Oswalt in his career versus the National League West, this cat is 41-17 with a 2.59 ERA.
Inside, 2-1. Makes his home in Weir, Mississippi, where he owns a restaurant. Home Plate Fish and Steakhouse.
Nice.
And the count goes 2-2 on Hudson.
Restaurant business is a tough gig, isn't it?
Oh, I've had an experience.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was about a $500,000 education, as I recall. For a $25,000 investment, cost me considerably more. You know, those folks get pretty good about getting into that cash register. Gets by Oswalt, but backing him up is the second baseman, Pete Orr. And the inning is over. 1-2-3 the story for the Padres. Oswald has held them hitless through 3 innings, and it's a 3-0 Philly lead. Tonight's trivia question brought to you by AT&T Wireless. In 1966, on this exact date, the Phils made a trade. They acquired two pitchers, Larry Jackson and Bob Buell, and sent a Hall of Famer away in that deal. Who was that Hall of Fame pitcher? Answer, bottom of the inning. Latos, with 72 pitches in the game, goes into the fourth inning down 3-0. Oswalt, then the top of the order, Victorino and Polanco. Chopped out in front of the plate. He makes sure he fields this one cleanly. One away. First two runs were on home run solos by Francisco and Schneider in the second inning, and then a loose third inning. Latos lucky to scrape out with only one run scored. Polanco single, then a walk to Rollins, a walk to Ibanez, drop fly ball in right field, scored the run, and it's 3-0.
Roy Oswalt taking his time getting back to the dugout, and Shane Victorino, also a veteran move, taking his time to get to home plate. So a starting pitcher can go back there, take a seat, maybe put on a jacket, get a little extra breather after running that ball down, running down the first base line.
Victorino has grounded out to second baseman Hudson and struck out swinging, one of 5 strikeouts logged by Latos. So he's had good stuff. Home run ball again. Went around. That slider. One ball, 2 strikes. Remember, the Latos coming off the DL pitched very well against Cincinnati here at Petco earlier in the month, but gave up a solo home run by Johnny Gomes and a 2-run shot by Chris Heisey and lost the game 3-2. And falls to 3-2. And then against Houston, down at Houston, gave up a 2-run homer to Chris Johnson. That proved to be the difference in a 5-3 loss. And from 2 strikes, he walks Victorino. He's just not as sharp control-wise tonight as he has been in the other 2 outings. That's 3 walks, but he's been 3-2 on a lot of hitters.
And that's frustrating. After having Victorino 0-2, having to throw all those extra pitches, now the pitch count is up to 80, back into the stretch, and back into the heart of this Philadelphia Philly lineup.
And this is exactly what Buddy Black hoped wouldn't happen, because the bullpen is weary. They're long games, 2 extra inning games in Chicago, and with a doubleheader yesterday, that pen, most of the arms are overused, and he was hoping Latos would get 6-7 innings and give the bullpen a breather. Polanco safe on the error, the drop ball by Latos on a little swinging bunt, and then he singled and scored in the 3rd. Pitch out, but nothing from Polanco, who stole his second base of the year back in the 1st inning.
And as a pitcher, when you've walked some hitters in this game already, Matt Latos, correct me if I'm wrong, Dick, but 3 walks.
Seems like more, doesn't it?
It does, because he's thrown a lot of pitches, and then the first pitch is a pitch out. Now you got to battle back to try to at least even the count.
Victorino, the best base stealer on this Philly roster. He had 34 last year steals. That was closer.
It's all in the throw. Quick snap throw down by the bag. Better for Jorge Cantu to apply the tag, and Victorino gets his hand in just in time.
That ball's on the bag. Yep. He's out. But the distraction of having a base stealer over there, trying to throw strikes. Now he's behind on Polanco, 2-0.
And with the speed at first base, Matt Latos may rush towards home plate a little bit, elevating a baseball. That pitch there was elevated to go 2-0, but you elevate a pitch in the strike zone, that could spell trouble for any pitcher, especially a count like this. It looked like an off-speed pitch there.
That might have been the changeup he's been working on.
Good call.
1 out. 4th inning. Victorino with a base on balls at first.
See if he goes here.
Tomorrow night, folks, game 2 of this 4-game series, 6:30 our broadcast time here on Channel 4. Clayton Richard, 1-0 against Cole Hamels of San Diego. He's 1-1 at the start this year. Class A left-hander. And that's way outside. 3-1.
7 3-ball counts tonight for Matt. 4 full counts.
85th pitch of the night coming up. And those walks will dry up the mouth. Lupke rather, continues to get ready. Runner goes. That one bounced in, and another walk. Back-to-back walks. 4 now in the night as Polanco joins Victorino. And with such an outstanding pitcher, Roy Oswald, already with a 3-run lead, they'll afford to give the Phils some easy ones.
You know, folks, we have the luxury of traveling with this team, and we talk to Buddy Black each and every day, and Buddy remains positive. But there are times when you look at it, it looks like there's steam coming from his ears. I don't think the left-hander is really too happy. And he's pretty much one that holds his emotions in check. But you can tell he's kind of upset.
Jimmy Rollins looped a single. That was the ball that Ryan Ludwig dropped. And he is walked. One and one.
That was like a hit me fastball at 90 miles an hour. And Matt knows that he doesn't have to hump up to 95, 96 each and every pitch. He can create a little movement with a fastball early in the count, and maybe they will offer at it, and you get a little ground ball. But these Philly hitters, they're making them throw strikes.
Good curveball, 1-2. I'm going to show you the major league leaders, team leaders in that category striking out, and I think you're going to be surprised at what you see. Even though they have struck out 5 times tonight. Check swing. And he went, says plate umpire Andy Fletcher. So that's strikeout number 6, 2 away. And here is our leaderboard, brought to you by Los Primos, home of the Monster Burrito. Get your $5 meal deal for a limited time only. You wouldn't think, with all the power on this Philly roster, that they have struck out less than any other National League team. That's surprising. Only 110 times. I don't know. I don't think that's updated tonight. It is updated. That's even with 6 strikeouts tonight.
They're putting the ball in play. With the exception tonight, Matt Latos, as you mentioned, Dick, 6 strikeouts.
He's gotten Ryan Howard, who steps in now, both at bats. Check swings on those curveballs. Runners go. Throw to third. It's on the foul side of the bag. No chance. If Headley at least knocked it down. Double steal. So the Padres leading the league in steals, and Charlie Manuel says, yeah, that's fair for Peters, fair for Paul. Let's try that ourselves.
And you know what? He picked a good pitch to run on. That was a breaking ball, but Nick Hundley had the front door open down the third base line. That throws on the foul side of third base. Tough chance for any third baseman to get to that one on the run to try to nail that runner at third base.
Strike. 1-1 to Howard. Runners at second and third. So 2 walks and a double steal. And the Phils with a chance to add to the 3-0 lead.
Remember how Ryan Howard was struck out? Breaking balls from Matt Latos. Nick Hundley's really got to be on his game and really.
First base open. Fastball high.
Really smother that breaking ball if in fact he tries to throw one to Ryan Howard.
Raul Ibanez on deck. Another left-handed bat. Big swing on the curveball. Might have been a slider. So 2-2 on Howard.
Well, you're right, Dick, because sometimes Matt Latos will wrap that breaking ball a little bit more.
Well, that was a perfect pitch.
Yes, it was.
Knee high right on the inside corner.
Strike 3 called. He's punched out Howard 3 consecutive times. 7 strikeouts for Latos. He digs out of trouble again. No runs, no hits. 2 more left for the Phils. They've stranded 7 tonight. Bottom of the 4th inning, and Jorge Cantu, Chase Headley, and Ryan Ludwig to face Roy Oswalt. Only 2 base runners for the Padres, both on walks. Ludwig the first time. Flied out. So did Headley, and Cantu up there, line to center. That's the only ball really hit hard off Oswalt. We told you earlier he has a couple of home runs and just 8 official at bats against Oswalt, and he gets a taste of that tough changeup.
All of his pitches are nasty. Again.
That was over but low. 50 pitches now for Oswalt.
In contrast, Matt Latos has tossed that rock up towards home plate 94 times in 4 innings.
Fly ball, right field line, slicing toward the seats and away from Francisco.
Well, these Phils have played as if they own Petco Park. They're 18-4. Padres have only won 4 of 22 against Philadelphia here at home. Phils have won 7 in a row and 11 of the last 12 for Charlie Manuel. Slow curveball. Under 70 miles an hour.
So as a hitter, you talked about recognizing pitches and having to be quick to the baseball. If he now throws like a 94-mile-an-hour heater.
Just clips that one foul. Another changeup. What a sequence of pitches.
And what's the one constant thing? The delivery and the arm. Same arm speed every single time on every single pitch.
That one hit well to right field. Down into the corner goes Francisco and makes a slide. Can't quite come up with it in foul territory. Francisco's had some challenging plays out there in right field tonight.
He may have drawn leather on this one. Tough to tell right there, but a good effort. See if the ball changes direction. Yeah, it may have. It's a foul ball.
Down by the replica that R11 driver Taylor made. Another foul.
You know, I just thought a promotional idea. How about?
Say, well, don't tell everyone. We might be able to, collaborate.
Nice. Thank you very much.
We could, 5 fouls in a row for Cantu. Another 6 in a row. Okay, tell us.
You sure?
Yeah. No, maybe not.
How about TaylorMade? They sponsored the double play. It's a TaylorMade double play. 643, 463, 363.
Yeah, I know, 543.
That double play was TaylorMade. Okay, you can send those clubs to Mark Grant.
Alpine, California. 1-2. Another foul. What in the name of Luke Applin's going on here?
Old aches and pains.
The story goes that the old White Sox infielder, mad that the White Sox wouldn't give him a little bonus, said, I'll get you anyway. And so he just decided he'd foul off enough baseballs that it would cost him what he wanted in a little bonus just in lost balls. One and two.
Change up.
Another foul. He got into that one, but pulls it foul.
It's a driving range out there tonight for Jorge Cantu. He's hitting balls all over the place.
12th pitch of this at bat coming up.
Charlie Manuel can certainly work that cheek lay with the best of them. Blowing a lot of bubbles down in that dugout.
So Oswald throws a 61-mile-an-hour changeup, about a 52-foot pitch, wondering if Cantu could foul that one. So he broke the chain of foul balls. Almost rolled that one up there. 2-2 the count.
Well, he knows that Cantu can spin on a fastball with the best of them.
And another foul. Fastball. And we haven't seen anything like this year. And he's forced Oswald to throw 13 pitches in this at bat. So he started this inning 47 pitches. Now he's up to 60. And Cantu's still up there.
Let's see what Brian Schneider puts down. Slider. Fastball away. Curveball. He's putting down everything.
Well, he has such a repertoire. There's a lot to offer.
Curveball.
And he gets him. Sounded like he might have got a little foul tip on that. fourth strikeout, and that takes us to our AT&T wireless trivia answer. The question was, which Hall of Fame pitcher did the Phillies trade away on this date in 1966? Ferguson Jenkins. What a deal. The two pitchers that the Phils got in return, Larry Jackson and Bob Buell, went a collective 47 and 53, and Jenkins went right to the Hall of Fame.
Ferguson Jenkins, the only pitcher in Major League history to have over 3,000 strikeouts and walk fewer than 1,000. With 997 walks.
1-1 to Chase Headley. He flied to left his first at bat. So Cantu, a 15 pitch at bat, and then finally strikes out.
That was a battle. That was a good old-fashioned battle.
Yes, that was. Change up.
Made some fans happy, that's for sure.
2-2. Headley, who can work the count with the best of the Padres, takes it full. He decides to foul one away.
No, even though that was 3-2, I find this interesting. 3-2 count, fastball count, right? Chase Headley got the fastball. Caught the heart of the plate, maybe knee high, but it's all the other pitches I think that Chase might be thinking about. He couldn't catch up to it.
And Oswald mows him down. 5 strikeouts. Left fielder Ludwig, he flied to right his first at bat.
I'll be quite honest with you. That last fastball to Headley, it looked like it was 98. You know what it registered at? 89.
Well, that's just the.
It's all the off-speed stuff. Yeah.
There's never two pitches of the same speed. 3-0 the score. Oswald of the Phils working on a solid outing. No surprise there. He's offered a couple of walks. Bartlett in the first and Hundley in the second, and has struck out 5. Line to third. And the fourth inning comes to a close. Oswald still is not allowed a hit through 4, and it's a 3-0 Philly lead.
Mid-game recap is brought to you by Murray Lamper Construction. Architectural design and quality remodeling under one roof. Visit murraylamper.com or call 619-285-9222 to see what they can do for you. Mr. Enberg, take it away.
All right, Mark. It's the fifth inning, and Latos with his 95th pitch has Ibanez out in front. 4 walks and 7 strikeouts for Latos. A couple of solo home runs. 3-0 Philadelphia. And Bud Black letting him work into this fifth inning, hoping he can hold the Phils and maybe the Padres scrape up something in the bottom of the fifth, where he would be then the pitcher of record.
Well, you mentioned the bottom of the fifth. It's games like this that'll make you dive into the fifth.
We may have something special brewing, folks. Don't wander too far away. 2-2. Ibanez struck out and walked.
I'd like to see Matt make that one pitch to put these Philly hitters away rather than going 3-2. Put them away at 0-2 or 1-2.
He went from 2 strikes to 3-2.
And being the third time around now, they're maybe getting an idea of that breaking ball out of the hand of Latos.
Ibanez just 20 RBIs away from 1,000 in his career. That ball hit well to center field. Maben back. And just enough room to make the catch. 400 foot out.
Well, you ask a lot of guys when they square one up at this ballpark, they say, yeah, I think I got that one. This one, as you mentioned, Dick, maybe 5-10 feet maybe from going out. Sounded like Ibanez got that one well, but not tonight.
Francisco hit one over that center field wall, leading off the second inning. 399 feet it was measured, and credited with a sacrifice fly on an error when Denorfia dropped his ball in right field in the third inning. I'm still puzzled about the scoring in that particular play. The official score judging that the ball was deep enough that it would have been a sacrifice fly, but
see, that's almost like the double play. You can't assume a double play on it, right? So how can you assume that the guy's going to catch the ball and
and the runner's fast enough to tag up and score? Francisco now 2-2. Out of play. So Latos has hit the century mark and still rocking, firing up to 105 pitches, but 46 of them have been balls. And another full count.
Seventh full count tonight for Matty.
And up high, ball 4. That's his 5th walk.
I think that might be it as the left-hander points directly to the bullpen.
So Corey Lupke, who has been warming up for 3 innings, is going to come into work with 1 out in the 5th inning. And Latos, just not the command. He had good stuff again, so that's the good news. There's nothing wrong with his breaking ball, his fastball. He just couldn't get it in the spots where he wanted it. And with 5 walks, 7 strikeouts, he departs.
Brought to you by RCP Block and Brick. Build a dry stream bed in your yard with natural stone. Call RCP today. You'll like what you see. There's Lupke's numbers. Remember, he had that rainy night 11th inning against the Dodgers where he gave up 6 runs, and so that ERA is going to be ballooned for a long time just on that one performance. Meanwhile, Latos, 107 pitches tonight, 59 strikes and 48 balls, and he leaves trailing 3-0, and a man at first base, Francisco. Pete Orr, second baseman, has flied out and popped up.
The last time out for Corey was at Game 1 yesterday in Chicago. Pitched 1/3 of an inning. He walked 1 Cub. He only threw 7 pitches, so he should be good to go tonight.
He's got Pete Orr, left-handed hitter, and then Brian Schneider, the catcher, also left-handed. So Buddy Block figures this is the perfect time, and Latos obviously running short on fuel at 107 pitches.
Good firm fastball from the young left-hander. That's a good way to get ahead 0-1.
So there was some doubt as to who would pitch the Sunday game of this series. Lupke was a possibility, a slider, 0-2. But the fact he's pitching tonight, that eliminates him. And the opposing pitcher, and folks, if you don't have your tickets, Cy Young Award winner Roy Halladay going for the Phils Sunday at 1 o'clock. With the Padres having to use both Harang and Mosley, it would normally have been Mosley's turn on Sunday, but he was postponed a day, so he would only have 3 days rest. Padres, the guess is they'll go to the minor leagues and call up Wade LeBlanc to pitch Sunday. Just come up here and outduel Roy Halladay. Why not?
Tough draw, huh?
Richard and Hamels tomorrow. Stauffer and Blanton. Joe Blanton, the right-hander, on Saturday. Fouled at the plate on a slider. It remains 2 strikes. And then to be announced against Halladay on Sunday. When Atlanta comes to town, Atlanta lost in extra innings. Matt Kemp, a 2-run homer. Walk-off homer, 5-3. Dodgers won today, so they're now 10-10. Andre Ethier has an 18-game hitting streak going. Another foul. Arizona, after 3 straight wins, Cincinnati beat them tonight, so Diamondbacks are 8-9. Colorado, San Francisco not active today. Colorado with a 13-5 record to lead in the West, and the Giants second with 10-8. Chased, breaking ball away, and Lupke has his first strikeout. Well, for a team that has struck out less than anyone in the National League, Padre pitchers have 8 strikeouts, and we're only 2 outs into the 5th inning.
And Lupke did a fine job breaking balls down and away to Pete Orr. He fouled them off, but what did he do? The last one, he buried it, and credit Nick Hundley. Nick knows that he wants to bury it, so anticipated in the dirt, squares it up, takes it right to the chest protector. Oh, not even close. And then Nick will apply the tag for the putout. Oh, take that back. There's a runner on first. Need not apply.
Francisco has 1 stolen base with 2 outs there at first base. Brian Schneider, the 401-foot home run into the lower tier in right center, to the left of the scoreboard. That was quite a blast. 2 hits for the year, 2 home runs. 2-0 the count. 2 for 10 his total. Schneider grounded out to second in the 3rd. With pitcher Oswald on deck.
see Lupke wearing 52. He had 50 in the spring and then made the swap with Chad Qualls. He wanted the 50. The runner goes and it's fouled away.
Yeah, he got a computer out of the deal, didn't he? I mean, I'm thinking, I'll be quite honest with you. I think Corey Lupke should have upped the stakes a little bit.
Yeah, he needed a stronger negotiator. Maybe one of those expensive sports cars or something like that, huh?
Well, Chad Qualls has got plenty of time in the big leagues, huh? He's a veteran guy.
3-2. Runner goes. Strike 3 called. So Lupke comes in, gets both Orr and Schneider to strike out. No runs, no hits. The Phils leave their 8th man. We're at the halfway mark in this one.
Run inning presented by Harrah's Rincon Casino. Stay tuned, folks, because if a grand slam is hit this inning, you could earn a huge cash. Enter at 4SD.com. 4SD.com, that is. Grand slam this inning, Mr. Edberg.
Yeah, wouldn't that be nice? Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, grand slam. That's 4, so 4-3.
Be up by a run.
Yeah, the way Oswald's pitching might be a real big shot here tonight, so hang in there, folks.
Nick Hundley, he walked with 1 out in the 2nd. That's the last base runner Oswald has allowed. 8 straight out since then.
And the highlighted bat was Cantu fouling off all those pitches in a 15-pitch at bat. 1-1 the count. So Matt Latos, again, a squirrely pitching line. 3 runs on only 4 hits, but he walked 5 and struck out 7.
A lot of deep counts for Matt. Pitch count was up there. One of the things that sticks out in my mind is you look at Roy's breakdown at 73 pitches. He just didn't put guys, early on with Ryan Howard, he put him away nicely. But he had some 0-2 counts that led to deep counts and didn't put guys away.
Ball doesn't break quite enough around the plate. 2-2 the count to Hundley, with Maben and then DeNorfia scheduled here in the 5th. Foul back. For a Thursday night, an excellent turnout here at Petco, and a bigger crowd, of course, expected tomorrow night. Park in the Park, food and wine tasting, and we've got the kids' ball glove coming up.
Line just foul.
A changeup, and Hundley just missed a 2-base hit.
Caught it too far out in front of home plate. And look at this ball hook. Oof. third base umpire Mike DeMuro getting some action tonight. Had to skip a little rope to get out of the way of that one.
Dad Lou DeMuro, a longtime American League umpire, 20 years. Outside, full count.
Also, Mike DeMuro was an intern at one time back in the day at Channel 10 here in San Diego.
They graduated from USD.
Yeah.
He dodged that ball like a torero. Ole.
Nicely done.
That one lined to right field. Francisco toward the line, playing him just right. 9 in a row for Oswalt. Cameron Maben, he fouled to Francisco his first time. How about the New York Mets?
They won big tonight, didn't they? 9-1 over the Astros.
Well, they had the worst record in baseball coming in, 5-13, and at home 1-8 at Citi Field.
I'm sure those fans were really taking it easy on them too.
The writers just blossoming with prose of the beauty of their effort so far in New York. Fastball at the knees for a strike, and he jumps in front of Maben, 0-2. Cincinnati had lost 4 straight until they won against Arizona, the finale of their series. Curveball and way out in front.
The National League West needs those Colorado Rockies to hit a little bit of a skid. 13-5, as you mentioned a little bit ago, Dick, going into tonight's action.
Minnesota won today 3-1. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 6. Well, the Twins won 3-1. What is amazing, they've played 19 games and have never scored more than 5 runs all year.
That is amazing. Truly amazing. As Maben goes down with the old number 1. Fastball from Oswalt. Swung on and missed.
DeNorfia struck out on a couple of check swings his first at bat. Oswalt jumps in front. Corey Lupke on deck. Late on that swing. Pumped the fastball at 91. As you say, it's like 101.
Yeah. When you've got all those other pitches in the back of your mind, the curveball, the changeup, the occasional slider, it's tough to catch up to the old number 1.
85 pitches now for Oswalt. Count is 1-2. No one on. 2 away. 10 straight retired by Oswalt. Amazing what money will buy. Slap foul down the right field line. Backs him away, 2-2. Full count. Now, Oswalt, despite the fact that he's been in total command of the Padre batting order, we're still in the 5th inning, and he's about to throw his 90th pitch. And there's the first base hit of the game. DeNorfia dumps one into right field.
with Oswald pitching so well and the Padres' long trip in, early morning hours, and a team that's not hit well. In fact, they're last in the league in hitting. You had an itch in this game that Oswald could flirt with something special, but Denorfia dumps that base hit to right. Don't have to hit it hard. He has allowed one hit in a start 3 times in his career, Oswald. And Lupke, who's 0 for 7 as a major league hitter, gets to take a couple of cuts, and he's quickly down 0-2. So this is an example in a 3-0 game. The pinch that Buddy Black's in. He doesn't want to use a pinch hitter because then he has to use a pitcher, and he just wants to rest some arms. 7 strikeouts for Oswald. No damage done. At least the Padres have a hit on the board, and after 5, Philadelphia 3-0. Park, a Skycam shot brought to you by Mossy Ford and Mossy Toyota. Visit us in Pacific Beach or online at mossy.com. Oswald leads off the 6th inning. 3-0 lead for the Philadelphia Phils as they go for 8 straight wins here at Petco, and 12 out of the last 13. Padres won their 2 games against the Phils in Philadelphia last year. Overall, it was Philadelphia 5-2 in their home and home. Oswald struck out and tapped to the mound. Hits that one down the right field line. Denorfia in foul territory with a catch. To the top of the order, Lupke to face Victorino and then Polanco. Victorino grounded the 2nd, struck out, and walked and stole a base.
Yeah, I really like the way that Corey Lupke has been pounding the strike zone against these Phillies. Came in last inning to face lefty-lefty, strikeout. Now the top of the order. Some darn good big league hitters coming up. Let's see how Corey goes after him.
Switch hitter Victorino turns it around right-handed, where he has a better average, 375. Change up, ball 1. Searching for something in Philadelphia's omnipotent attack and pitching prowess. They are 7-0 in day games. Grounded to third. Tough backhanded stop by Headley.
And he gets the speedy Victorino. But the Phils have a losing record in night games, 4-6 starting tonight. Not much to lean on.
In between Hopper and Chase Headley kind of loses his footing a little bit, but the ball hit so sharply. Plenty of time to gather himself. He gets Victorino by a step and a half.
Placido Polanco safe on the air by the starter Latos. Single to center and scored and walked. Fastball for a strike.
But Corey Lukey really gets a good downward plane. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I think that phrase is overrated because not everybody does it.
6'4", and he throwing downhill.
Exactly.
Line foul.
But not, oh, nice grab.
Played smartly down there in the corner.
A job well done.
She cashed it. Yeah, just casual.
Made it look easy. Nice two-handed grab. Cradling that baseball. Nicely done. How you doing?
Winning smile to go with it. Line by Headley. Oh, that Polanco. Is he a professional hitter? 2 hits for him tonight. He came in at .352. Lukey's first base hit allowed, and that brings up Jimmy Rollins. Looped a fly ball into shallow left that Ludwig charged and dropped. It was scored as a hit, walked, and struck out. 1 for 2. Only the 5th hit for the Phils.
Yeah, the walks and the errors have killed the Padres tonight. Up to this point.
Look at the score line 1, 2, and 3 for San Diego. Well, actually 0, 1, 2, and 3. No runs, 1 hit, 2 errors, 3 left. I won't tell anybody, but I think that's your safety box code, 0, 1, 2, 3.
You gave it away, didn't you? Now I can't let anybody in my room.
1 and 1.
Does anybody even use those things? Seriously?
I do when I'm abroad.
Really? Yeah, that I can see.
I just don't like to take my wallet and money with me when I'm walking the streets. But they don't really have any money anyway. My wife has all the money. She takes the money. You know, you can shop almost everywhere. You know, it's amazing how my wife has figured that out. I mean, we're literally around the globe.
They can find a place.
Oh yeah, before we even land. It's in the genes. Well, I guess I won't be going home tonight. 3 and 1 now.
You come out to East County with me. Got a nice little hammock in the backyard. You could.
Perfect night to sleep outside. Well, the dreaded wave is going. 3 and 1, lined right at Headley. Rollins lines out, no runs, a hit. Another left. 9 now stranded by the Phils. They lead at 3-0.
3 pitches, goes to work in the bottom of the 6th inning. Top of the order, Bartlett, Hudson, and Cantu. 3-0 Phil's lead. And with these outstanding pitchers, Philadelphia has purchased. The hope is that you can get them out of there after 6 or 7 innings, and your bullpen beat their bullpen if you can stay close. And the Padres are within 3, and Oswald's numbers will go over 100 here in the 6th inning. So we'll see. David Herndon already starting to throw in the bullpen for Philadelphia. Bartlett, a walk and a tap back to the mound. 1-2. Five-game hitting streak, 9 for 20 coming in. Jason. And even when he misses, he's right there every pitch.
Not by much, huh?
I just like his form. He just looks so easy. He's always in position to field the ball if it should be hit back to him.
Works quickly.
Fouled away.
He's always around the strike zone. If it's up and out of the zone, it's usually by design. Once in a while, he will bounce a breaking ball, but everybody does that. 2 shy of 100 for Roy Oswald.
Bartlett trying to get something started here in the home half of the 6th. And just does clip that one foul. Grounded to third. Polanco scoops. Throw across in time. On his 100th pitch, he gets Bartlett to ground out. That brings up Orlando Hudson. He struck out and grounded to second. Well, I hope you've made plans for tomorrow night. Get a chance to see a local product that's made good. Cole Hamels, the left-hander. He's 1-1 against Clayton Richard, 1-0. If you can't make it, we hope you'll join us here on Channel 4 at 6:30 for our Honda Dealers pregame show. Grounded, foul.
There she is again. Does it surprise you folks that she made 2 good plays in a row, played the Karen perfectly down there?
How much fun is that? Huh?
Oh, yeah.
Easy ground ball out on the grass is the second baseman Orr to throw him out. 2 gone here in the 6th.
You know what I noticed on that play there? You know, there are times when first basemen, they know which balls to go to and ones to just back off. Watch Ryan Howard. Ball is struck. 1, 2, 3. You know what? I'm going to let my second baseman take this one. I got plenty of time to get to the bag. That's just good. You know, being over there for a long time and realizing how the ball is hit comes with a lot of experience playing first base.
Cantu. Let's see how many pitches he can stretch out of Oswald in this at bat after 15 the last time before striking out. There's the foul ball. Be ready, fans. Working on a 1-hit shutout, Roy Oswald. 2 outs in the 6th. Against the team that has scored the fewest runs in the National League. Tapped out in front of the plate. Oswald gets Cantu. 3 ground ball outs. Padres go in order, and we're on to the 7th inning here at Petco with the Phils leading it 3-0.
From Petco Park, Padres baseball brought to you by Permadontics, Southern California's premier dental implant center. By MTS. MTS moves me. And by Hughes Marino, because where you do business matters. So, the top of the 7th inning, middle of the Phil's order, Ryan Howard, Raul Ibanez, and Ben Francisco against left-hander Corey Lupke. Lupke, inning and 2/3, has allowed a single, struck out a couple. Howard, 3 times up against Latos, 3 times struck out.
Little trouble with the breaking ball tonight from the right side of Matt Latos, and now the first pitch breaking ball from Corey Lupke. Ryan Howard cannot catch up again.
National League MVP in 2006 when he hit .313 with 58 homers and 149 RBIs. Did he go? Yes. What a night for Howard. The Grand Sombrero, 4 strikeouts and 4 at-bats.
Little breaking ball off the plate, and Howard cannot hold up. Oh, yeah, you betcha he went.
You know, that wouldn't have been a double, though, with his power.
It might have been out of the ballpark, huh?
Check swing. Ibanez, 0 for 2, a 400-foot out his last time up. So it's a lineup loaded with left-handed batters, so Lupke having that advantage. Chopped to short. Bartlett across. 2 away. Brings up Ben Francisco, and the cold hard blast presented by Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Leading off 2nd inning, Francisco straightaway center. Maben, knocked, rejected, and the ball lands on the other side of the wall for the home run as Francisco has his 3rd of the season. Later in that inning, Brian Schneider found the seats in right center field for a 2-0 lead. The other run came off Latos, a leadoff single by Polanco, a couple of walks, and a drop fly ball for an error in right field that Polanco scored. So Francisco has 2 of the 3 RBIs tonight. Lifts that one to right field, sailing into foul territory and out of the reach of Denorfia. As you can imagine, Ryan Howard, being a power hitter, has struck out 4 times before, once even 5 times in a game. It's the 19th time in his career that he's struck out 4 times. 2-1 on the inside corner.
You know, I'm sorry, Dick, you talk about those strikeouts for Ryan Howard. Give me that guy any day of the week when he's hitting 58, 48, 45, driving in 140, 146.
Off the fist, Headley. And another good inning worked by Corey Lupke. That's a positive sign. Let's see if the Padres can get some runs. Bottom of the 7th. Everybody stand. 3-0 Philadelphia.
Cajon, we went green to save you green. Action by the other National League West teams, as we mentioned earlier. Dodgers 5-3 in 12 innings on Matt Kemp's walk-off 2-run homer. Casey Blake also with a homer, and Ether extended his hitting streak to 18 games. He had a couple of hits, and the Diamondbacks fall to the Reds in Cincinnati 7-4. Mike Leake, who's in a patch of trouble, caught for shoplifting, gets the start and pitched very well. Takes the win 7-4. Votto, home run, couple of runs scored, and an RBI. New pitcher is David Herndon. And the first pitch swung on by Headley, and an easy ground ball to short for the first out. Herndon has not exactly overpowered the opposition, and it should give the Padre hitters some hope here with Oswald out of the game. There you see his numbers in 8 innings. 8 games, 7 innings. He's allowed 8 hits and 7 runs.
And he's basically a 3-pitch pitcher: fastball, slider, and a change. Low to mid 90s on the fastball.
Ryan Ludwig fly to right and line to third. Takes a fastball strike at 90. Oswald, 6 innings, no runs, 1 hit. That was a bloop single by Denorfia. 2 walks and 7 strikeouts. Masterful. 1-1. But the attendance tonight, 27,056. Nice number for a Thursday night. Slider. Ludwig went out after it. 1-2. Nick Hundley on deck. Herndon, 25. The big guy at 6'5" and 230. Selected by the Phillies in the Rule 5 draft, just as Shane Victorino was. He was drafted by the Angels 5th round in 2006. Two and two. Came up to the big leagues last year with the Phils. Was 1-3 in 47 relief appearances. 4.30 ERA. Over the glove, but second baseman Orr is there to throw him out. Bounded away from Herndon, but nevertheless, Orr throws out Ludwig. A couple of assists for the second baseman here in the 7th inning. And the series of balls not hit very hard continue tonight for San Diego.
And kind of a different look from Herndon, because remember, Oswald was throwing everything up there. Fastballs, locating those, curveballs, a lot of changeups tonight. But when you look at Herndon's repertoire, he throws that fastball. It's got some good sink to it. So if you're a right-handed hitter, you're going to have to really get that head of the bat out in front to try to square it up, or have him elevated in the strike zone.
Hundley.
Ooh, that's what will happen also with a good sinker baller.
Pounded right off your own puppy.
Let's see where this one gets him. Oh, right on top of the
instep.
Yep.
Might even have been on the outside of the ankle where that bone protrudes. So Hundley, he's walked and lined to right. One of the few times the Padres have hit the ball hard tonight. 5 straight ground ball outs. The last 3 by Oswald, and now 2 in a row from Herndon. Floridian. Here's Herndon. Went to Gulf Coast Community College and then was selected by the Angels. 0-2. The only Padre hit, Denorfia's looping single to right field in the 5th inning. That one is going to find its way into center field for a base hit. And despite the fact that the Padres have been outplayed and certainly outpitched. They're just one swing away from being into this ball game.
Absolutely, especially when you get Roy Oswalt out of the ball game. You're only down by 3. After fouling one off the ankle, Nick Hundley stays on that breaking ball nicely.
Went down and got it.
Yeah, that was a slider. That wasn't that bad of a pitch, but Nick Hundley recognized it, went down and got it, hit it on the sweet spot nicely.
Maben with 3 home runs, fouled to right, and struck out swinging. Will Venable on deck apparently would hit for DeNorfio. Herndon has given up a home run in his 7 innings of pitching. Slider fooled Maben. Guitar playing right-hander on the mound, David Herndon. Skips that one in. 2-1. He hit a tee shot home run in Chicago yesterday. 2 of his 3 home runs have been to straightaway center field.
I saw him after that game and asked him, said, "Did you know you got that one?" He goes, "Oh yeah." It was just, I didn't even feel the ball off the head of the bat. That's when you know you really square it up.
3-1. Should have Herndon walked Maben. The tying run would come to the plate. And he does. So with 2 outs, single by Hundley, a walk to Maben, and Will Venable steps up, representing the tying run. Bullpen becomes busy for Philadelphia. Left-hander starts to throw. Charlie Manuel checking the availabilities of players down on the bench for Buddy Black because the pitcher spot is next. Venable.
And it looks like Charlie's going to make a change because Antonio Bastardo is hot and ready to go in the Phillies bullpen.
So he wants a left-hander to come in to pitch to Venable, or at least force Buddy Black to use an extra player and have another player pinch hit for the pinch hitter. It's like a double switch whenever the skipper goes to the plate umpire. And John Mayberry is going to go into the game. The familiar name for those of you who go back another generation is Big John Mayberry, his dad. So the left-hander comes in to pitch here with the Padres. A mild threat, but they do have the tying run coming to the plate. We'll be right back.
Antonio Bastardo comes in, brought to you by Lolitas at the park, where you can always enjoy quality fresh Mexican food and, of course, a wonderful evening happy hour. Not 1 day, 2 days, not the weekend, but 7 days a week. Bastardo's numbers in 6 games, it's given up only 2 hits and no runs.
Some great numbers. 3-pitch pitcher, fastball, slider, change. 90 to 94 on the fastball. Hitters only hitting 0.095 off of this left-hander.
25-year-old from the Dominican Republic. He's come up briefly the last 2 years with the Phils, 2009 and 2010. Major league record 4-3 with a 5.53 ERA. Left-hander to left-hander. 2 on, 2 out for the Padres in the 7th. 1-1 the count. Venable just has not gotten untracked on this season. Hitting .154. No home runs, 3 runs batted in. One and 2. There's that fastball.
Yep. First pitch to Venable was a fastball at 90. That one. The third pitch from Bastardo, 93. Getting familiar with that mound and feeling a little bit more comfortable out there.
Tried to get him to chase that slider. 2-2. Well, David Herndon came in to pitch. Oswald working his 6 innings of 1-hit shutout ball. Got a couple of ground outs from Headley and Ludwig. Gave up the single to Hundley and a walk to Maben. And now Venable with the count 2-2. Ooh, that was close. Slider that plate umpire Fletcher did not see as a strike.
Let's see what it says.
Yep, little low one outside. Full count. Hundley will take off from second. Maben from first on this pitch. 3-2. Too low, and the bases are loaded. Hundley over to third. Maben to second. The tying run. Venable at first base. And the pitcher's spot. Let's see who Bud Black calls up here. Alberto Gonzalez, backed up infielder. Gonzalez only 20 at bats this year with 5 hits, 250 average, has 3 RBIs. Spring training trade from Washington. Big spot for the Padres. Bases loaded on a single and a couple of walks, all with 2 out. Jason Bartlett, top of the order, would be next. Strike one, 93 on the fastball.
Boy, that's a firm fastball. Bastardo, the pitches that he's thrown tonight, I think he may have gotten squeezed just a little bit. Those were pretty good pitches, but he is definitely keeping that fastball down in the zone.
Padre at every pillow with a tying run at first base, carried by Venable. Next to Maben, perhaps the fastest on the team. Bullpen stays busy. Through that one, little extra, 94, right by Gonzalez. Alberto's third pinch hit performance, 0 for 2. In the hole. Hit to right center field. It's too high, and over as John Mayberry just came into the game to make the catch. So finally a threatening inning by the Padres with some help, a couple of walks, but they leave 3 men stranded. Well, folks, you kids on Sunday want to get out here early. The first 8,000 of you will get this Topps baseball glove. See the Phillies Cy Young Award winner Roy Halladay, too. How's that for a double bill? And they got the San Diego logo here on the wrist. And it'll be a nice little keepsake for you.
Hey, Professor, what do you say after the game today? We have a little play.
Yeah.
A little toss out on the field. I'm going to show you my yacker.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
I'll show you my curveball as well.
All right.
Nice, huh?
We'll see you on Sunday, you kids. First 8,000 brought to you by Topps Baseball Cards. And you can get your tickets tonight at Padres.com. And then you get to run the field after the bases after the game. Now, that's
no head first slides, though.
No. Venable stays in the game in right field. Gonzalez takes over at third base for Chase Headley, and Pat Neshek is on the mound. Neshek in Headley's spot in the batting order, so that gives Bud Black a chance to use a pinch hitter, the fourth man up in the 8th inning. Fly ball sliced toward the line. Long run for Ludwig, and he runs out of room.
Well, anytime I see a play like that, the first thing that enters my mind is don't get hurt. Bartlett, a long run from shortstop. Ryan Ludwig had to deal with the warning track and then the padded wall. But you see guys go in there, they can mess up a knee, twist an ankle.
So if you're keeping score, insert the pitcher spot in the cleanup 4th hole. Venable stays in, hitting 8th, and Gonzalez 9th. Line drive, base hit. So Pete Orr has his first hit of the night. Only the 5th by the Phils. The 2 of them home runs, solos by Francisco and Schneider. And speaking of Schneider, here he is, the left-handed hitter. And John Mayberry will be on deck. The side-wheeling Neshek, released by the Twins and acquired by the Padres, has a win, 2.57 ERA. This is his 8th game, 7 innings, only 4 hits allowed, now 5, and a couple of runs.
Hey, what a great job by Corey Lupke tonight, huh? In relief, 2 2/3. Only 1 hit. He struck out 3. Nice job, left-hander. Nice job, Twilight.
Ohio State Buckeye.
He had the fangs working tonight. Drawing some Philly blood. He works well at night.
Popped up and out of play.
by Schneider. Homered into the right center field seats in the second, grounded to second, and struck out. The bases loaded frustration for the Padres continues, doesn't it?
Once again, you made a good point in our pregame show. One hit, in Chicago on the road trip could have made a difference, and a hit there definitely would have made a difference.
One and two now to Schneider. Fly ball straight away center. And Maben collects the first out here in the 8th inning. Brings up Big John Mayberry Jr. Boy, I remember his daddy. Kansas City Royals. He just stepped in the batter's box, a threatening hitter.
Oh yeah.
He hit from the other side, left-handed. He's tall like his dad, 6'6", 219.
Wow.
Born in Kansas City while his dad was playing for the Royals. And a graduate of Stanford. At Stanford, finished with a .312 average and 28 home runs. Two-time All Pac-10. Runner goes and fouled off first. Cantu. Ball wasn't hit high enough for him to get over to that railing and reach in. Mayberry's had a cup of coffee with the Phillies late in the last 2 seasons. Only a total of 69 at bats prior to this year with 16 hits. But 6 of the 16 hits home runs. Power is in the genes. Base hit to left field. Holding at second. So a couple of singles off Neshek here in the 8th inning. One away into the top of the order in Victorino.
Good looking swing from John Mayberry Jr. Big frame. He went out and got that pitch. Let's see where Neshek's pitch went. That was elevated. For a big guy, looked like a pretty quick swing, huh? Getting to the baseball quickly.
Victorino grounded to second, struck out, walked, and was out on a hard ground ball to third. Batting right-handed the last time against Lupke. Neshek in his prime with Minnesota, that fastball was clocked up around 92, and you can imagine how tough he was to hit with that awkward delivery and throwing almost submarine at 92, but fastball doesn't have that much life. More at 87 tonight.
And Pat knows that he cannot elevate. He cannot afford to elevate that sinker, because the higher he throws it, the more it will flatten out, and he's effective when it's down around the knees and the shoe tops. He needs to get a grounder here.
3-0. Trying to hold the Phils at a 3-0 advantage. Victorino in the catbird seat here, 3-0 with 2 on and 1 out. And a 4-pitch walk to load the bases. 4 to third.
Mayberry to second. Victorino at first. And Placido Polanco, 2 for 3 and a walk, steps in. The only good news, Polanco leads the Phils in hitting into a double play 5 times this year. That would be what the doctor ordered, with the bases loaded, 1 out, and a 3-0 Philadelphia lead. Gets away and not far enough for any advance.
That's the way Nick Hundley kind of handles that. When he almost stabbed at that ball, see if he, rather than turning his glove over, tried to catch it just by
pancaking.
That's right.
He was lucky that didn't go to the screen. So Darren Bowlesley out to talk to Neshek. Obviously, Neshek understands.
So rather than fingertips towards the sky, fingertips, and Nick probably knows this, fingertips should be down facing the ground, easier to handle that one, as that ball darted down and in to Polanco.
Infield back at all positions, hoping to trade for a double play and get out of the inning. Polanco, now 35, Silver Slugger Award winner 4 years ago. Twice he's won the Gold Glove. And off to a terrific start this year with that .352 batting average, 15 runs batted in, tied with Ryan Howard, and a chance to pick up more here. 2-1. Just flat out a good hitter. Lifetime average is .303. Trying to go to right field. First came up to the big leagues with the Cardinals way back in '98. St. Louis for 5 years, then the Phillies for 3. Then he went to Detroit for 5 before coming back to Philadelphia last year. And hit .298 with the Phils in 2010. 2-2. Up the middle. Is it hit hard enough? There's one. Bartlett to first, a double play. Neshek escapes. Oh, that double play is a pitcher's best friend. No runs, a couple of hits, and 2 left for the Phils. We go to the bottom of the 8th. The Padres still within range, down 3-0. Casino postgame show from our Channel 4 studios. Back from Costa Rica. We had a chance to visit there as well in the last few months. What a great country. No military. They put their money in education. What a neat idea. John Weisbard and Jenny Kavnar standing by. Saquon Casino get away for the day at Saquon Casino. Wilson Valdez goes in to play second base. Bastardo still on the mound. Top of the order. Jason Bartlett. There's Chase Utley still on the DL with a knee injury. Outstanding second baseman.
Line drive base hit Bartlett. Let's see if that ignites a rally here in the 8th inning.
Boy, could we.
The Padres have used that with the bases loaded in the last frame.
Third hit of the night for San Diego. So Bartlett extends his hitting streak to 6 games. And Orlando Hudson steps in. He's struck out and twice grounded to second. Kyle Kendrick, a right-hander, starts to throw in the bullpen for Philadelphia. Hudson is hitting .333 from the right side, 6 for 18, .225 left-handed.
Well, he's got to think right field here against Bastardo. Huge hole. Try to create a first and third situation.
On deck, Jorge Cantu. That one finds the upper deck. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, President Tom Garfinkel talking about the competitive spirit of the Padres. They're not hitting well, but they're battling, and here's a chance. Leadoff man on. Strike 3 on the inside corner, and once again Hudson goes down taking strike 3. Second time tonight.
Well, Bastardo's been keeping the fastball down nicely. Schneider kind of brings that one up a little bit, but you know what? No hesitation from home plate umpire Andy Fletcher on that one.
So the foul ball machine. Jorge Cantu steps up. He's had 3 at bats and he's fouled off 11 pitches. Ball 1. At 93 miles an hour from Antonio Bastardo.
Well, this is the inning. 3, 4, 5 hitters with 1 out here. Runner on. Cantu, pitcher spot. And then Ludwig. You know,
Rob Johnson comes out with a bat. So he would pinch hit for Neshek. 2-0.
So he gets 2 more chances. Try to create something.
Well, this crowd of 27,000 plus itching to try to rally the home troops.
After Roy Oswald had it all his way for 6 innings of one-hit pitching. Finally some chances for San Diego. Hit well to left field, but not well enough. In fact, the left fielder, Ibanez, has to come in for it. 2 away.
Off the end of the bat.
So Cantu 0 for 4 tonight. Rob Johnson called back, and it looks as if it will be Eric Patterson to hit. So the left-handed hitting Patterson, his brother Corey, plays outfield for the Toronto Blue Jays. Dad was an NFL player. Patterson has had only 14 at-bats so far this year with 1 hit. That was a double. A couple of RBIs.
You know, last road trip, Patterson pinch hit against a left-handed hitter, and I talked to Buddy about that the last day. Remember, it was a sacrifice fly. He drove in a run. I believe it was in Houston.
It was in Houston, yeah.
And Buddy just said, you know, he puts together good at-bats, righties and lefties alike. So that's why he sent him up there. Need base runners.
Tried to turn on that one, a fastball.
So trying to get on base here, you get a blooper, or you get on base somehow. You get Ludwig. Maybe he can run into one and tied up with a long ball with the 2 runners on base. But Patterson, very important hitter in this inning. Got to get him on.
Strike 2.
Hey.
Up and in. Breaking ball. Patterson, as most of you know, was the 4th player to be named later in the Adrian Gonzalez deal from the Red Sox. 3 youngsters. And then Patterson was named later. Good base runner. Can play the outfield and second base. Strike 3. So both Hudson and Patterson don't take a rip at it and are called out on strike. 2 strikeouts for the left-hander Bastardo, and the Padres go in the 8th. To all the fun of summer, the picnics, the beach parties, the backyard barbecues, and knowing you can keep those drinks cold.
Absolutely.
And a 6-pack, right? Can you
Sure.
you can get 6 cans
Absolutely.
into this 6-pack that the Padres are going to give away on Saturday night, 5:35 game with the Phils. Go to Padres.com, get your tickets. The first 25,000 in attendance will get this San Diego
Cooler.
Padre 6. There goes one.
I've only got one.
Okay, well, that's,
But it gives
we're
you
on a
the
tight
idea.
budget. Yeah.
Yeah, and if you're bored, you can use this. You can take this to the archery range and use it as a.
No, that's where you put your arrows.
It's a
put the
quiver.
That's right. What am I going to do with this guy? Robin Hood now. That's what he is. So get your 6-pack cooler, folks. In the top of the 9th inning, Chad Qualls comes in to pitch to Jimmy Rollins, Ryan Howard, and Raul Ibanez. Qualls worked last night, gave up a 2-run home run to Alfonso Soriano. That one fisted to first. Cantu with a flip and a 3-1 putout. And that brings up Ryan Howard, who is trying to avoid a 5-strikeout night. Latos got him 3 times, and he swung and missed at Corey Lupke's offering for 4 in a row. Oh, you'd love to look up and see that.
Wow.
This great all-star hitter. Let's see what happens this time. He might have a little extra adrenaline flowing in this at bat. He hadn't had many good swings.
All breaking balls.
And a slider starts him from Qualls. First of all, you have to have 5 at bats to strike out 5 times, and that's not common in a 9-inning game. But the most recent players have been Justin Smoke last year in June and Jason Hayward of Atlanta. Smoke with the Mariners. 1-1 to Howard. And he won't strike out this time. The shift is on, and Hudson from the outfield grass throws him out. Well, a long night for Howard, but the Phillies haven't needed him. They got a couple of solos from Ben Francisco and Brian Schneider at the bottom of the order off Matt Latos for the early 2-0 lead.
See, Dick, you make a good point. If Ryan Howard is having a tough night at the dish, there are other guys in that Philly lineup who can pick him up. And as you mentioned, Francisco with the solo shot, Schneider. This Philly lineup, they've got guys, up and down that can pick each other up.
Well, they're hitting .273 as a team coming in. The Padres last in the league, only .222.
Yeah, that .273 average for the Phillies going in tonight, 3rd in the National League.
Ibanez 0 for 3 and a walk. Latos allowed only 4 hits, but 2 of them were home runs, and his wildness contributed to the 3rd run. He walked 5. They struck out 7. Padre pitchers have struck out 10 batters tonight, a team that has struck out the least in the National League. Ross Glode, their top pinch hitter, is on deck. Would hit for the pitcher if Ibanez keeps this 9th inning alive. 2-1 the count.
Brian Schneider on the bench looked like he was getting ready to go out for round 12. Sitting on the stool in between the ropes. Talking to Angelo Dundee. With the towel on his head.
What a colorful character Angelo Dundee was.
There he is. Remember, keep your left hand up, man. Go to the ribs.
Watch the combinations. 2-2. No knockout on that pitch, and it goes full. One of the great thrills. I had a chance to call one of the heavyweight championship fights of
Really?
Muhammad Ali in
nice.
Munich, Germany. And the thrill wasn't so much seeing the fight because he won 6th, 7th round knockout, but to watch him take road training. Ball 4. And about 4 or 5 days before the fight, we got in a car and went out into the beautiful Bavarian countryside outside of Munich. And a limousine carried Dundee and Ali out there, and they let Ali out, and he did his 4 or 5 miles in the country, and all of a sudden, magically, hundreds and hundreds of people appeared. They were lining this whole country road. Word got out. Ali, and he just, of course, played that.
Oh, sure.
To the core.
He was great with the fans, wasn't he?
And then even to the press. And when we got through, I'd been hawking him the whole time, trying to get some time with him, and he says, "Get in here." In the limousine, he said, "It's 30 minutes back to the hotel. Here comes a streaker." That's what this is all about. Not a streaker, but a guy just running in the outfield. And here comes another, and it's, knock him down, throw him out. And boy, they do knock him down.
Oh, yeah, he'll be spending the night in jail. Is this a King Stallman moment?
Yeah, that's right. You better give him the phone number. We're not going to show that because it only encourages other idiots to do the same thing. So just to finish the story, Ali invites me into the limousine and says, "Turn on your tape recorder, kid." He said, "You got 30 minutes with the champion." And you're going to be playing this to your grandchildren someday. He just, what magic. Well, we got 2 outs here in the 9th. Qualls on the mound. He's walked Ibanez, and the pinch hitter, Glode, is up there waiting for our 2 interrupters. We'll find a way toward the San Diego's finest slammer.
Turn to the left, turn to the right.
Well, why don't you introduce you to Bubba there? Yeah. One strikeout and Glode. Fly ball to left, aimed at Ludwig, and the inning is over. A man left again by the Phils. They've stranded a dozen tonight. Bottom of the 9th, Ludwig, Hundley, and Maben coming up. The MLB.com at Bat 11 app.
For your iPhone, iPad, Android, or BlackBerry, you get live audio, pitch-by-pitch tracking, video highlights, and more. Text @BAT to 31826 or visit Padres.com for details. Well, on the mound is Contreras with Brad Lidge still on the DL. Contreras for the moment is their closer. The ageless Cuban is now 39, or at least listed at 39. Last year went 6-4 for the Phils in 67 appearances and picked up 4 saves. This year has not allowed a run and has 4 saves.
Fastball, slider, split. Still can get it up there to the mid-90s.
He's a big guy, 6'4" and 255.
Well, the opponents off Contreras have only 1 hit in their last 20 at-bats. It's a nice little streak.
Ball 2, slider. Contreras, while still playing for the Cuban national baseball team, was named his country's male athlete of the year 3 different times. He won a gold medal in the '99 Pan American Games, defeating the U.S. in the finals. So he goes back to the last century. There's a strike. He defected and signed with the New York Yankees back in 2003. Pitched a couple of years in New York and then went to the White Sox for 6 years. Two and two now to Ludwig. Last year was his first year with the Phils. Ludwig is fly to right, line to third, and grounded to second base. High fly ball, left center, shallow. Calling is Ibanez for the first out. Nick Hundley has walked, line to right, and singled. And that was the 2-out single in the 7th inning, and then Maven and pinch hitter Venable followed with walks to load the bases. The one opportunity to score for the Padres tonight. But pinch hitter Gonzalez flied out. Clayton Richard there, leaning on the deck. He'll be on the mound tomorrow night. Ball 1 to Hundley. Well, I hope this is, and I know Padre fans fond of this young catcher, is a portent of the season for Hundley. Hitting .339, 1 for 2 tonight here in April. That he'll have a solid hitting season to go along with running the show as the catcher, the main man.
A lot of responsibility, but remember talking about Black in spring training, he said that Nick has reached that point in his career where he's the guy who's going to catch the majority of the games.
Grounded to short. Jimmy Rollins. 2 away. Rollins across to Howard. And the Padres are down to their final out. Should the Padres get shut out tonight, it will be their 5th shutout in 19 games. They didn't suffer their 5th shutout last year to the 93rd game of the season in late July. Maven a walk and fly ball out and a strikeout. Over but low. Slider. 2-0. 3-1. Never too late. The beauty of this game, you just can't put the ball in the mound and sit on it and wait for the clock to run out. You got to get the final out. 3 balls and a strike. And now the Padres down to their final strike. Full count on Maben. Will Venable on deck. Lots of Philly fans here.
Yes, there are. Yes, there is. It's the right one.
Yes, there is. And yes, there are. Pop back toward us and fall just short. Yeah, those that have rooted for the Phils migrated west, cheering on their favorite team.
And this Padre fans get the rally cap going.
Line drive, base hit to left. That'll make it into the corner unless Ibanez can cut it off. He cannot. And Maben cruises into second, takes a big turn, and get back there. Your run can't win it. So a solid double by Maben, the first extra base hit of 4 hits tonight for San Diego. So there's still a pulse.
Absolutely, and a bloop and a blast would be some kind of nice here as Maben gets a 2-seam fastball that leaks on the inner third of the plate. Good looking swing from Cameron. As you mentioned, Dick, his run doesn't mean anything. He will pull up into second base.
Wind it up. I mean, he wanted desperately to try to go for 3, but this is not the spot to be a daredevil. Padres need another base runner to get the tying run to the plate here in the 9th. Venable takes ball 1. As a pinch hitter, he was able to work Antonio Bastardo for a walk to load the bases. Left-handed pitcher. Two and 0. I love the diehards.
Oh, yeah.
More power to them. Over below, 3-0.
Need some Shillelagh magic here in the 9th.
On the outside corner, 3-1. Got to figure Venable's got to take another pitch. 3-1.
Make him throw another strike. Let's see.
He's just as valuable with a walk as a home run here. And he's got the walk. So the tying run comes to the plate in the bottom of the 9th with 2 gone. In the form of Alberto Gonzalez, or will it be, yes, Brad Hopp, who's been in an abysmal slump to start this season. But one swing away from brightening not only his baseball life, but all the fans that are cheering for him. Those numbers tell the story. 119. He had perhaps his worst day in the opener at Chicago, the day game. 5 times up. He stranded 8 men, 5 of them in scoring position. And he had his chances to win it, and that was the game that went extra innings. And the Sox won 2-1 in the 11th.
So that leaves only one bench player on Buddy Black's bench. That's Rob Johnson.
Hopp, only 1 hit and 7 trips against Contreras, but he's just exactly what the doctor is ordering here, a home run. 2 on, 2 out, and a strike. 1-1.
That's that split finger fastball from Contreras. That one left up in the zone could spell trouble. Hey, since that driver's in play tonight, how about if Brad Hopp took something off that driver? Drive one towards the driver.
2-1. Good patience. I mean, you couldn't fault Hopp coming up there in this situation to be a little too eager, even though he's a Grizzly veteran. I mean, you just want to do so well. And here's a chance. Action pitch. 2-1. 2 out, 2 on. 3-0 Phils. Couldn't pull a trigger. 2-2.
What did Trax say it was? Right on the corner.
What a pitch. Down to the final strike again at the Padres. 3-2. Top of the order, Jason Bartlett would be next. Hopp's teammates right up on the edge of the railing, trying to show that complete support for this left-handed hitter. Nervous time down in the Phillies dugout. Runners will be off. 3-2. Here it comes. 9th inning with 2 out. Strike 3 called, and so the story continues. Padres go down, no runs, a double by Maben. They leave 2 more, and the Philadelphia Phillies have shut out the Padres 3-0 in the first of this 4-game series. 5 times in 19 games. The whitewash on the local team. We'll be back with the final totals here at Petco Park right after this.